Microdosing magic mushrooms has been referred to as Silicon Valley's greatest kept secret. Tim Ferriss himself even said one time, I think, that he personally didn't know a single billionaire that didn't microdose. For me, it's not about becoming a billionaire at all. That'd be nice though, wouldn't it? My issue has always been that I have seen the baseline of my mood to be lower than what it should be for me to sort of live life to its fullest potential. You're probably familiar with magic mushrooms. You've seen the bro in the movies, or maybe you've been on a few trips yourself. Today's video is about a different form of ingesting mushrooms, microdosing. Microdosing, when it refers to psychedelics, is the act of taking very small amounts such that it produces a sub-perceptual effect. Psilocybin is the main psychoactive compound found in magic mushrooms. It is a hallucinogen that works by activating serotonin receptors, especially in the prefrontal cortex, which is the part of the brain that regulates mood, cognition, and perception. People microdose differently. I know some people will just ingest small amounts of magic mushrooms and they'll be very specific. I don't want to get in trouble, so I don't want to tell you how to microdose. Also, if you're listening to my advice and taking it as medical advice, then you're an idiot, because I'm not a doctor. Just gonna go skip right ahead to my own personal experiences. So this is my microdosing story. I have always believed that my number one hindrance in life was sort of the baseline of my mood. In 2015, I was diagnosed with complex post-traumatic stress disorder. I would say in the last 10 years, I've been prescribed a number of different medications to try to manage my mood. Some worked, some didn't. Those that worked would only work in the short run. In the long run, I found their effects to be stifling. Thankfully, I'm no longer on any prescription medications, which is a personal choice and one that I've worked with my physician to arrive at. I've done 4 years of therapy and counting. I meditate every single day. I eat well, kind of, and I exercise. But still, I have found that in spite of all of this, there's still a tug within me to go back to my default programming. And I realize that to completely rewire that default programming, it's going to take a while. In the meantime, I have the help of psychedelics. I began to notice the benefits of microdosing almost immediately, certainly within a week. The biggest changes that I noticed was the sense of everything suddenly was figureoutable. My social anxiety started to dissipate. I began to notice changes in my overall energy level. The biggest benefit that I've noticed is that I've become happier, but I also want to make a note that I hadn't changed, or maybe I had. The circumstances of my life hadn't changed. Imagine what it would be like if you could just wake up and do the things that intuitively you knew you were meant to do, without that inner voice or that inner critic inside telling you not to, or giving you a million reasons why it wouldn't work out. I'm only 4 months in, but I am telling you, the fact that I can even sit in front of you, in front of a camera, and share this experience, and create a channel, and invite you all into my life, that's huge for me. I could not have seen myself doing this last year. I know that some of you watching today might be going through a really hard time, and you might resonate with my experience of having a lower baseline mood. Some of you watching might be going through depression. Some of you might be feeling hopeless. This is not a commercial from microdosing magic mushrooms, but if anything, the message that I want to share with you today is that I have been there and I truly know what it feels like. You won't be there forever. This has been a journey, a decade in the making for me. And I'm here now, and I finally found what has worked. Whether it's just magic mushrooms, or you know what, it's probably everything else too. And the reason why I wanted to share this message today is to open up the conversation and hopefully remove some of that stigma around psychedelics because I truly believe in the medicinal benefits of this. We truly can't understand it unless we first remove the stigma. I want to know what you think. What do you think of the concept of microdosing psilocybin or other psychedelics? Is it good or is it bad? Do you have personal experiences? I would love to hear all about them in the comment section below.